This book is great for every entrepreneur, teacher, martial artists, psychics, intuitive, psychologists, physicists. Let me see. I'm trying to manga, cashier, waiter, waitress, people who are trying to serve people better. This book is great because Ty Lopez recommended. He recommended that all entrepreneurs should read this book if you're trying to help provide more better customer service. Sam Walton says, making the customer number one. Sam Walton understands better than anyone else that no business can exist without the customer. He lived by his credo, which to make the customer the centerpiece of his efforts. In the process, serving Walmart customer to perfection, not quite perfection. He would say he also served Walmart associate, its share owners, communities, and the rest of stakeholders in an extraordinary fashion almost without parallel in American business. For my whole career in retail, I have stuck by one guiding principle. It's a simple one, and I repeat it over and over and over in this book until I'm sure you're sick to death of it. But I'm going to say it again anyway. The secret of success retailing is to give your customer what they want. And really, if you think about it from the point of view as a customer, you want everything, a wide assortment of good quality merchandise, the lowest possible price, guaranteed satisfaction with what you buy, friendly, knowledgeable service, convenient hours, free parking, a pleasant shopping experience. You love it when you visit a store that somehow exceeds your expectation, and you hate it when a store inconveniences you or give you a hard time or just pretend you're invisible. I wanted to talk about this for a minute. So, yes, when you're providing a good customer service, it's not just following the procedure of the companies and corporate and give the best you can. And I have to talk about this for a moment because I think that you don't want to be a cookie cutter copycat like everybody else. You want to stand out. You want to make the customer smile. You want it to not just make them happy, but listen to them, talk to them. I do enjoy that. You know, one of the Indian lady, she enjoyed my company. She enjoyed it. She was like, she was asking one time, she said she kind of missed me, right? And so let's talk about something. Customer service. I think that most people get this backwards. People, if you think in terms of relationship, right? I think that we all know that whether you're extrovert or introverted, introverted people like me need to recoup and recharge doing the thing that we love to do, and you have to take care of yourself. See, the thing is, most customer service or most people bring their stress, the problem to work, so oftentimes their workplace become a stressful place and they make all these problems bigger, and that's why they hate, most America hate their job, because they're serving people in a way that they're thinking not right. When you're going to a job, you have to become positive, and most of the time I kind of failed in that because I was experiencing this thing where I was like, oh crap, okay, one day you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna give the best I can to the customer, and you do. But the way that when you're serving customer is also how to affect your state of mind and your mood and your feeling. When you're coming from a place of stress, emotion from either your family or you're bringing that to work, and it's affecting your workplace, how you do work and how you do everything, right? And so corporation, when they don't talk about, I don't think people are aware of this, but when your cup is empty, you can't provide a good customer service, can you? Unless you're extroverted and you're good with people and you are energized by people. Customers are people are customers, and customers are people like you and I are customers everywhere, right? And that we exchange mood and feelings and energy. So I talked to my friend one time. I say relationship is based upon energy reciprocity. I didn't say that to him, but it is basically that. where you're transferring energy, you're making the person feel good. Now, oftentimes, cashier has the most rudest customers. And I think that people shouldn't be rude, because I don't know why they're rude. Just because see, the thing is, what I got a gripe with is that if they knew that the cashier or people are trying to give their best service, why they're trying to take it out on the cashier? That's what I don't know. And people, please don't take it out on the cashier. They're having a hard day already, and you know, a hard day from their boss, from their peers or coworker, and stuff like that. They're really having hard. And so, if you had to come from if you want to give your best customer service, you have to take care of yourself. You have to become full, not empty. Full meaning take care of yourself, doing the stuff that you love to do, your interests, whatever you what recharge you as a person, and then you give. Because when Oprah Winfrey said, when your cup is not full, you cannot give, but when your cup is full, you can give, right? And you have to come from that place. I think that oftentimes we don't think about that. I think that we're not aware of that. I wasn't until I was aware that it was going on. And so that's my point of view for that. Oftentimes, I think that sometimes people think the customer is right. Sometimes the customer is not. Hell no, they're never right. Sometimes, and that's the old thinking, because corporations want to make the customer happy. They should make the customer happy. I remember one night I was working and I was scanning, and there was Vietnamese people. I get excited when Vietnamese people like we can talk to each other in my language, Vietnamese, right? And what ended up happening, right? So usually I joke with customers and talk to them really nicely, and because I'm testing out which one works and which doesn't, right? And oh look, it's Birdie, probably. And so, oh yes, I'm following the bird. And then, so what ended up happening was, they have lots. I guess they were Boy Scout, and you know, their father or whatever, that was scanning the food. And then, one of the another customer came, and the kid, he was a kid, and he was like, talking to her. He said it was gonna be a while, and she's like, oh, it was gonna be a while. I guess she got offended. And so what ended up happening, I knew it was going to be bad, and so they went back and forth. So she got mad, like really mad, and she said something to him, and then she said, oh, you're joking your friend over there. And I was like, whoa, she mistaken me, right? She wasn't right. And people say, oh, tell her she's right. No, hell no, she wasn't right. In my story, that wasn't happening. I was like, since I was arguing with my boss before, or manager, and he's like, give the best customer you can, blah 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 blah, right? His point of view, right? And for me, people say you shouldn't argue with your boss, but I was like, you know, to hell with that. You should challenge the pros. You should challenge at their own court, because sometimes they don't know what they're talking about, because they have this mentality about this corporation structure shit. But it's because I read Colin Powell book. I think I'm gonna do that book. It's a great book. I think all leadership people should read that. It's awesome. It's on leadership, because I want to become a better leader. I wanted to lead people to better themselves, become a hero, right? I mean, shit. I think most of my subscribers are entrepreneurs, man, authors, and it's kind of scary sometimes too if I think about it. I don't want to think about it. My mind is like not thinking. All right. So anyway, so she was yelling at me, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, he's not my friend. I'm just making him laugh and smile because I want to, you know, he's Asian, he's Vietnamese, and I'm gonna make him smile. And I do that to anybody. And she was pointing at me, and I was like, and then she snapped at me. I was like, what? So she got that wrong, and the manager yelled at me, and I was like, crap. And you know, if she was rude, and I had a lot of rude customers, and you know, oftentimes they're not right. And I try to figure out how can I make the customer experience better. What can I do when they're not rude? And for my message for people who are people, please do not be rude. to the cashier. Cashier already hate their job, hate their life or something, and they're stressful already. Like, they have many things in their life that they didn't even know that they have brought on them in life. Like, it's too much. So my point is today is how to serve the better customer better. You serve yourself better, then you can serve the customer better. You come from a place of kindness, nice, smile, listen. Like, I oftentimes talk about how, for me, since I developed a skill set that I can listen to people and like generally listen, and I come from a background that they like, yeah, I enjoy this guy company, like I enjoy like he listened to me because I do genuinely care. You have to remember that you got to make every people, every entrepreneur, every teacher important, right? That is my message. We have to see them as important as they are, because human beings need to feel important, that you care, right? I remember Crush It. I think that's why I love that book. I think Crush It by Gary Vee. He said the best marketing ever is care. You gotta care for the customer. And I probably should do a book talk on Gary Vee, because Gary Vee is a big entrepreneur that also have affected my life through his video and work. So subscribe, like my video, because I do book reviews and interviews. But you know why? I'm doing something different. I'm trying to intertwine my hero-ness into this content of mine. I want to fly right now. I want to like become Clark Kent. Clark Kent! Clark Kent! Oh wait, dude, hold up. I see Lois Lane. I see Lois Lane. Yo. No, I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.